Good morning. This month I'm going to be talking about a lot of keto myths. I know everybody hears the word keto and they freak out. Don't eat all those fats. Oh my God, you can't eat that much bacon. And there are so many myths surrounding the word keto that I just wanted to help break some of those down and explain exactly what keto is. So if you have some friends that are interested, or you have people that are telling you shouldn't be eating this way, if you want to add them to the group or ask them first. I don't like being just thrown in any groups, and I'm sure nobody else does either. But if they want to be added to the group, feel free to add them. So to start any part of this, we're going to learn about insulin and what its job is. A lot of people hear the word insulin, but they don't even know what it is or what it does. They just hear, mostly with diabetics, you hear the word insulin. And you may even hear insulin resistance. But I want to try to explain exactly what insulin does and why it matters when you're eating low carb or you're eating keto. Insulin is a hormone that is naturally secreted by the pancreas. It helps to regulate our blood sugar levels. It can also regulate fat and protein metabolism. So anything that you eat is going to cause your blood sugar to rise, whether it's a bag of M&Ms or an apple or a handful of nuts. Your blood sugar is going to increase. How much it increases depends on what you're eating, of course. So when we eat foods higher in carbs, such as M&Ms or even an apple, because they are higher in carbs, the amount of blood sugar is going to increase. The pancreas, in return, releases insulin into the bloodstream. So the insulin's job is to grab the sugar out of the bloodstream. It either puts it to use in our cells, or it stores it, and it'll store it as fat. So when that happens, as the blood sugar is being pulled from our blood by the insulin, it requires the pancreas to make more and more insulin. So the more higher carbs foods you are eating, the more the pancreas is making insulin. So your body's making a lot of insulin. If you're still overloading on sugar, eventually the pancreas can't keep up. And the cells aren't going to be responding to it. And that's what they call insulin resistance. So now your body is making a ton of insulin, but nothing is responding to it. So it's not doing what it's supposed to do. So now what happens? When insulin increases, it promotes fat storage. We already said if it can't use it, it's going to store it. So that is going to, in turn, increase your inflammation. So many of the problems that we find today are based on inflammation, whether it's heart disease, I know my lymphedema, arthritis, there's all kinds of things that start with inflammation. A lot of gut problems start there. So anyway, as your body is becoming more and more resistant to the insulin and your pancreas is making more, you're turning insulin resistant. And when that happens, the cells in the pancreas can be damaged and your insulin production will slow down. So now what is happening? When you eat something with higher carbs, your insulin or your sugar levels in your blood are going way up. So you're storing all of this as fat. So now you're setting yourself up for prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, PCOS, And as I was doing research on all of this, I found a skin condition, and I know I'm going to hack this the way that it's pronounced, acanthosis nigricans, and I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but it's a skin condition that presents itself as dark patches that form like in your groin area, like your folds from your thigh to your groin, your armpits, the back of your neck, like it'll just look like dark skin. And I'm gonna put this as a blog post on my website, and there'll be a link to it. But I had that. I had the dark patches under my arm, and I didn't know what it was from. My husband had it. Skin tags can be part of that. So all of that stuff is related to insulin resistance and too much sugar, you know? So what increases your chances of having insulin resistance? Being overweight, extra weight around your belly, you know, some people carry it down in their hips and stuff, but you know, the people that have it in their belly, there's a good chance that they're insulin resistant. Smoking, being sedentary, not moving around, sleep issues. Sleep plays so big of a part in our health that, you know, I never realized it. I worked night shift for 20 years, and I went on 3-4 hours of sleep. That was a daily thing for me. When my kids were small, I worked at night, my husband worked in the daytime, and we didn't have like full-time daycare because we couldn't afford it. So my mom helped when she could on her 2 days off, and other than that, I went on no sleep. And that probably added to all of my symptoms and problems, and probably added to breast cancer, you know, even though, and I wasn't healthy. I didn't eat right. We ate a lot of processed foods, you know, the whole 9 yards. But anyway, that's a whole different subject. High blood pressure is also a sign or a symptom of insulin resistance, because it's inflammation. So how can you decrease your chances of being insulin resistant? And this is something that people don't want to hear. A lot of times people just want a pill, and give me a pill and I'm good and get me going. So the biggest way for you to cut your chances of being insulin resistant is to change your lifestyle. You know, get out and walk. If you don't want to do anything else, just take a couple steps a day. Just you don't even have to get a Fitbit. Just walk to the end of the block and back every day. And then next week, do it twice. The week after, do it 3 times. Just increase your steps. Or find something that you like to do. If you like to bike, do it. If you like to swim, do it. Find something that's going to help you move more. Quit smoking. Watch your carb intake. And I'm not even saying to go keto, because I know there are a lot of you that don't want to do that. But just watch your carb intake. You know, do you really need bread every single day? You know, do you need toast in the morning and bread on your sandwich at lunch and bread with dinner? Like, get rid of bread at 2 meals. You know, just slowly make changes. You know, do you need all that sugar in your coffee? Do you really need sweet tea? Can you drink unsweetened tea? You know, do you need soda every day? Do you need iced tea every day by the gallons? Just change it to water. You know, get rid of the soda and change it to water and see how much that improves you. But just small changes like that is all going to add up. Get your sleep. You know, quit smoking. I think I said that one already, but everything adds up. Just make little adjustments to your day every day. And at the end of the year, you're going to see a huge improvement on the way you feel and the way that you look. So that was today's lesson on insulin resistance and insulin. So tomorrow we're going to discuss some other keto myths. And again, if you have friends that, you know, are curious, or maybe they're totally against it and you'd like to change their mind, you know, ask them first, but feel free to add them to the group. I do have my new classes start every Monday every first Monday of the month. So we did start one today, and there is still time to join because we're in prep week. If you're interested, you could still sign up at my website, which is sandykorshnak.com. Thank you.